This video is made with the intention of being a no damage tutorial of the game. Feel free to use any of these strategies using this video, but listen carefully before you can perform them successfully. Hello everybody, this is a no save no damage run of
Resident Evil.
getting the best ending with Jill Valentine on arrange mode. This is the director's cut version of the game, by the way. It's the only way to play the arrange mode on this game. And it's the North American version too.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
Found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Crest!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here! No! Don't go! Jill, run for that house!
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
What is this?
Wow, what a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this. Stay alert!
A dining room. What? What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
So with Jill, it's not necessary to pick up the handgun bullets, just get out of the room as fast as you can. And unfortunately on this version of the game, well, I'll tell you after this cutscene, it's pretty funny.
Barry?
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
So as I was telling you, unfortunately on this version of the game you cannot skip the door animations, because the arrange mode is only available on Director's Cut, and Director's Cut is PlayStation exclusive, so that's why.
Wesker! Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being.
So in order to trigger the cutscene as fast as you can, you just go there and then go back with a little Michael Jackson moonwalk.
Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time I'll be there.
Alright, so right now the real gameplay starts. So let's talk a little about range mode. So as I told you before, a range mode is only available on the Director's Cut version, the classic Resident Evil 1. And the Director's Cut version, it's only available on PlayStation. There are several versions of the Director's Cut, it's not just one. So there's the North American version of Director's Cut, there's the Japanese version of Director's Cut, and there's the Director's Cut DualShock version, on North American and Japanese version. This one is the North American DualShock version. So right now you just pick up the grenade launcher, then pick up the armor key. And just aim and shoot. Forrest will always die with just one grenade. So don't worry about if he can grab you, or that won't happen. Because you are Jill and you have the grenade launcher, so easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So the main difference between the DualShock version and the normal director's cut is only the music. So on the DualShock version of director's cut, the music is changed.
Barry!
And more cutscenes.
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
No, but something's wrong with this house.
Whoa, this hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Okay, let's separate again.
Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
Because I'm telling you, I will never get old how Barry says, I have a weapon, and he just gives you ammo, man. It's pretty funny, to be honest. I think every dialogue on this game it's funny. But anyway, so on the DualShock version, the music's changed, and that's it. But there are main differences between the North American version of the game and the Japanese version. So the Japanese version, it's less complicated than the North American version, because in the North American version the enemies are buffed and the bosses too, and you do less damage because of that. So you can say that the North American version of every Resident Evil 1 classic is harder than the Japanese version, and there's a whole history behind that, because why it's harder, but we are not going to talk about it right now. I think I talk about that on one of my original mode, no save no damage runs, if I'm not wrong. So on a range mode, so the first thing you will notice is that the skins are changed. You start the game with different skins. Oh yeah, and by the way, for that dog, you enter the room and then start shooting the dog. And for the second dog, you have to wait until the dog lands on the floor. If you don't wait until the dog lands on the floor, you will miss the shot and the dog will immediately bite you, and you don't want that. So you have to wait until the second dog lands on the floor, and then you pick up the chemical, and then you just get out, because the third dog will only jump when you are leaving the room, not before. So don't worry about the third dog. So as I was telling you, the difference on the range mode is number one, skin. Number two, there are several items that are changed. There are several zombies that can turbo. The first one I killed in this room was one of those. There are a lot of enemies that are buffed, and bosses that are pretty buffed. There are more enemies. So it's like a whole new game, to be honest. Unlike the original mode. And I didn't do the Jill sandwich cutscene because the broken shotgun is right here, so it's not necessary to do the Jill sandwich. And if I'm not wrong, if you trigger Barry on the second floor before doing the Jill sandwich, Barry won't save you if you just pick up the shotgun and don't leave the broken shotgun. And right now we will just go and pick up the shotgun right now, and we don't need Barry for that. So the Jill sandwich is gone. So yeah, I think those are the main difference between the arrange mode and original mode, if I'm not wrong. If I remember something else, I will tell you during the run. So on this room there are 3 zombies, unlike on original mode. You just kill one with the grenade launcher and the second one with the handgun. If you are lucky enough, you will decapitate the second zombie with the handgun. But it's not 100% necessary to decapitate the second zombie. You just want to stun the zombie and let him on the floor. So my run is a combination of not that much runs from other players and a combination of speedrun strats too. So maybe you will see me make some things really fast. But it's not like mandatory you have to do that. You can make your own strats and even go slower to make it safer. And even more if it's your first run, right? So just don't go like crazy like me. Oh yeah, another difference on the DualShock version is that you can use the sticks to control the character, but I don't really recommend that because it sucks on this game. So maybe you can notice that I'm like always stick to the walls before I try to decapitate the zombie with the shotgun, and you will see that a lot of times, even more with Chris. And it's because the zombies have some really weird movement in this game. So like 90% of the time, if you stick close to a wall before start aiming up, you will always decapitate the zombie. Because sometimes if you are on a straight line with the zombie, you will start aiming and the zombie will like start going on zigzag or something like that, like really weird. Because on Resident Evil games, and this is for Resident Evil 1 Classic, Resident Evil 1 Remake, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and Resident Evil 3 Remake, that are the games that right now I play a lot and make no save no damage runs. The enemies react to your inputs. So the enemies will always react if you aim. They will start behaving on a different way if you are not aiming. But there's a way to manipulate their movement and take advantage of that, and that's the reason I stick close to a wall before aim up and decapitate. As you can see, I always do that. And right there I missed the shot. Hopefully the zombie wasn't close enough and he wasn't able to grab me. The best thing you can do for that zombie is like wait until he gets close to you a little more. Not be a desperate bitch like me. And maybe you notice I pick up an item from a room that I never visit on the original mode. And right here there is the wooden shield. There's not a crest. And the moon crest is divided on 2 parts on arrange mode. So yeah, there's a lot of different things that you have to keep in mind and learn again, because it's like a really different run. I think the only things that you will bring here from original mode will be the gameplay and the strats that you can make to kill zombies and learn those things. But the route and the pathing is completely different, at least on the first half of the game. So, because the first mansion is like completely different.
Richard, what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake, and also poisonous. Ugh.
Poisonous? Oh no. Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
But another beautiful thing about arrange mode is that you can make a lot of different routing on this mode. It's not like just one linear route that you have to follow in order to make a no save no damage run. There's like a lot. You can make a lot of routing, to be honest. This one is like the safest and fastest I can find right now. But there's more. So for example, in this room there are 3 zombies, and for the first one you stick close to the railing, and then you decapitate that zombie and start pushing the statue. There's another zombie that is coming close to you really fast. Sometimes that zombie won't come to you. So if the zombie won't come to you, just do the statue puzzle and then go and kill him. And the first zombie will 99% of the time won't be on the door. So this dodge is really important. First watch. Alright, so now I explain you. What you have to do is, as soon as you enter to this room, or to this hallway, or whatever you can call it, you run straight. So you press the up D-pad button and just run. Do not move left or right. When the camera change, then you press the right D-pad, and you can make like a little 90-degree curve and dodge the second zombie vomit. The first zombie one will never grab you if you follow that pathing. But this just works with Jill. With Chris is completely different, because Chris has a bigger hitbox, so you cannot do that dodge with Chris. And on this hallway there are dogs, so you have to, as soon as you get out, you just start running and then go right to this room. So for this feared zombie, for the feared dog, is pretty important. What you have to do is you have to stick close to the wall, and after the last camera you have to start making a curve to the door. Before the last camera, not after, because if you do after the last camera, the dog will body block you and you won't be able to go directly to the door, and there's a lot of chance that the dog will bite you immediately. So that's pretty important, and the Magnum is right there. But with Jill it's not necessary the Magnum, because you have the grenade launcher, and that's enough. And the last Tyrant fight, it's pretty buffed, so you cannot kill him like on original mode. And the Magnum is... Look at that zombie. That's one of the turbo zombies that I told you before. And there's a lot of those zombies. So the Magnum is pretty nerfed, so it's not really worth it. It's only worth it for Chris. And with Chris I only kill zombies with the Magnum. I don't kill bosses with the Magnum because it's nerfed. So that's the reason the game just gives you the Magnum like pretty simple. But the handgun is pretty buffed, and it has a lot of chance that you can decapitate zombies with the handgun. So in exchange, the developers nerfed the Magnum, but they buffed the handgun. So take advantage of that, because I will kill, if I'm not wrong, the last Tyrant with the handgun, if I remember correctly. So for those zombies, just stick close to that wall and they will never grab you. Unless you stop running, they will grab you. So right now we will take advantage that we have the wooden shield right now, and we will just make this puzzle and save some time. So we won't backtrack or waste time, right? Pretty funny how the Japanese version of the game, the grenade launcher, I think it's bazooka, or on the North American version it's bazooka, and on the Japanese version it's grenade launcher. I can't remember, to be honest, but it's pretty interesting how they change the names of some weapons on the different versions of the game. So right here is the gem. In the original mode there was here the key that give you access to Yawn. So right now we just pick up the gem and then backtrack to the white tiger and make the puzzle. Maybe you will notice that there's a lot of backtrack on range mode, and it's because of my pattern on the route I use to make this no save no damage run. But you can save some time, but in order to save some time on the routing, on the pathing, is that you have to learn how to dodge zombies. And to be honest, it's pretty simple for the majority of the zombies, but there's a few that it's really hard. So if you pick up the second eye, the red gem, it will just give you magnum bullets, and so it's not worth it, so just forget about it. You have to take note of the items and the order I pick up the items, because if you are making this route, or you are following this route, I'm sorry, you have to take note of that, because if you don't take note of that and you make a little change, you won't have enough space on some spot of the game, and you will need to backtrack to an item box and make some space, and you will lose time and everything. So just take note about the items I pick up and the order I pick up the items.
Here's the serum! Richard, hold on! I'll give you a shot now.
Jill, here's my radio. You should keep it.
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
So that's really important. As soon as you enter to that room, you aim up and shoot, and you will always decapitate the two zombies. So don't worry about missing or anything, you just have to aim up and shoot. So the Yawn dodge, because it's not a fight, is the same as always on all my videos. It doesn't change anything. You just wait, Yawn try to attack you, then you start running and go to the crest. But you have to wait until Yawn try to attack you, because if you do it a little faster than I did, there's a chance that the Yawn tail will block your path, and you will be fucked, because you won't have anywhere to go. He will just bite you, and it's GG. There's a faster way to dodge Yawn without waiting on this spot, like I always do. And it's the speedrun strat, but it's not safe and needs a lot of practice. Right there, Yawn Tail kind of glitch. That was pretty fun. Pick up these shotgun shells because it's pretty important. Or not? Yeah, it's pretty important. Why not? But yeah, so the other strat, it's complicated. So it's complicated. It's not 100% consistent, and it's really hard to pull off. So if you have big balls, you can try it, but keep in mind that you will lose runs because of that, because it's not 100% consistent. Because there's a lot of speedrun strats that are 100% consistent and 100% safe. So it's not mandatory to pull off, but you can use it, and I use a lot of those. Even more, you will see me use right now. Remember, I use the last Tyrant fight cheese for a speedrun strat. But there's other speedrun strats that are not safe and are not 100% consistent, and are even harder to pull off. So I usually don't use those strats. But that's up to you, right? Maybe you're a speedrunner really good on this game, and you can just shut my mouth. I don't know. I'm just debugging right here. And I think that's not a word. But yeah, anyways, so this puzzle is the same in every version of the game and every mode you play. It will never change. I think this is one of the few puzzles that never change. Yeah. If it's not the only one. No, there are some others, I think. Damn, I was missing making commentaries, man. I take a long break. So there's one zombie right here, just aim up and decapitate zombie. So on this room or this hallway or whatever it is this, I think it's a courtyard, I don't know. There's 2 dogs, not one like an original mode. So you start walking, you change the camera right here, wait, walk a little more and then start shooting the dogs. I really recommend you that you use the shotgun right here, not the handgun. Because with the shotgun you can shoot both dogs at the same time with just one shotgun shell. But I was crazy, man, this time, so I didn't give a fuck on this run, I think. And I will see if I use the handgun for the 3 dogs in the other room. If I do that, I'm just crazy, man. But unfortunately with Jill you have enough space, so you don't have to backtrack to pick up more crests. You can just do this on one way. So since this part of the game there are few changes with original mode and arrange mode. There's still changes, of course, but there are not a lot like on the mansion. And you will see it right now. So right here is the safest strat that I use on my Crest runs on original mode. You walk, you get close to this wall, start aiming and shoot. Wait until those come to you. And I think I'm fucking crazy. Don't do that. If the 2 dogs are on a straight line, just use the shotgun. It's the safest strat to use the shotgun, and you have enough shotgun shells. So because using the handgun, it's not complicated or hard. But really bad is Reckless. Because you can miss one shot and the second dog will jump immediately to you and you won't have enough time because of the recoil of the handgun. And the reason I reset the room right there is it was because when you reset the room, you reset the aggro of the enemies. And I wanted to reset the aggro of the feared dog because 90% of the time the feared dog will stuck on the right wall. And sometimes when you change the camera, he will immediately bite you. But you have to be careful when you reset rooms, because you won't just reset aggro of the enemies. You will reset the HP of the enemies too. So for example, if you like shoot 3 bullets on one zombie, but the zombie didn't die, and you reset the room, the zombie will be back with the whole HP. So you have to use the reset room strat, like very careful. Right here you just walk. This is the worst RNG you can have, because the dog was on your way. So you just shoot the first dog, equip the shotgun, and try to shoot the 3 dogs with 1 shotgun shell. And that dog was really very close. But right now I can shoot the 3 at once, as you can see. And it's pretty simple. And it's a bad RNG because the dog was on my way. The best RNG that you can have is there's no dogs on your way and you can just stand up on the wall and start shooting from the wall. For the dodge right here, just follow my steps. And you will always dodge those zombies. Well, there are zombie dogs, right? Zombie dogs. And these dogs will disappear when after you kill the Plant 42 and you have to go back to the mansion. But on a range mode, the first 3 dogs that we kill, it doesn't matter if you kill them or not, there will be 2 more dogs after you kill the Plant 42 on that room. And there are 3 holes, as you can see, unlike on the regional mode. So the first hole that you want to cover is this one. And sometimes, and I'm not really sure if it is because of the position of the statue, but I will explain that later. So you enter this room, you rotate a little to the right, and then go directly to the table and pick up the red book. And then go behind the table and wait until the spider comes to you. The spider comes to you and you just get out on the opposite side that the spider is coming to you. Do not shoot, because if you shoot you will aggro the second spider that is on the other side of the room, and there's a lot of chance that the second spider will cover your way to the door and will immediately spite you. Or speed you, I'm sorry. So that hole that I first covered, sometimes it glitches, and when you are pushing the door after you pick up the red book and you get out of the red room, the tentacle will grab you. It's a glitch. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. But I think, and I'm 90% sure, it's because the position of the statue that you left the statue covering the hole. But I'm not really sure, to be honest. I lost like 5 rounds because of that. And it's a glitch, there's not much you can do about it. But yeah, I think right here is... No, it's not all... It's not all... Yeah, it's not the same, man. It's different. There's really things that are the same like this, for example. So for the Plant 42 you can make the B-Jolt if you want. It will take more time, but if you make the B-Jolt, you won't have the Plant 42 boss fight. The Plant 42 will just die with the B-Jolt. I think, yeah, it just dies. Or I'm confusing with the RE1 remake. But Barry won't help you, that's the important thing. On the classic Resident Evil 1, if you use the vigil with Jill, Barry doesn't help you. But I'm not sure if you have to shoot the Plant 42 in order to kill him. So the hitbox on these two zombies are sometimes weird. But the best thing you can do and the safest way to do this room is that you kill first the zombie that is... how can I say directions of that room, because pretty... The zombie that is on the left corner. Left corner down. I don't know how to say this word, man, I'm sorry. And then the zombie that is really close to the sink. That's the safest way that you can make on that room. And as you can see, you don't have to go to the basement. I think it's the basement, because you just have the key right now, and you don't have the control key, so you cannot go to the basement, or it's not necessary. You will go to the basement after you kill the Plant 42. And I entered this room because there are flames. Oh yeah, so I'm forgetting about this. This is really, really important. So the Plant 42 is one of the bosses that is buffed on a range mode. With Jill, it will always take 3 flame rounds, but flame rounds, not explosive rounds or acid rounds. And there's one zombie right here. So because if you enter to the Plant 42 fight like on my original mode runs with explosive rounds, it's RNG. Sometimes you will take 3 explosive rounds, and it can even take you like up to 7 explosive rounds or 6 explosive rounds. But with flame rounds, it's always 3. So that's the reason I pick up the flame rounds, because I want the flame rounds for the Plant 42 fight. And that's really, really important to keep in mind, because with that you won't waste ammo sometimes if you got a bad RNG. And it's the same as you just enter, aim up, and shoot 3 times. And that's Plant 42.
What the hell is this?
Barry!
Jill! Yeah.
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
Don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway?
So the puzzles right here is the same as an original mode, so don't worry about it. Maybe I can take advantage and tell you that if you control really good the camera change and the movement that you have to do in different cameras, you will be able to do almost anything in this game. That's the key on this game. The movement is the key, and know how the camera change and what you have to do when the camera change. There's another interesting thing on this game, that you cannot exchange the grenade ammo that you already equipped on your grenade launcher. You have to waste the ammo that you have on your grenade before you can exchange of type of ammo. So for example, right now I have 3 flame rounds right? If I want to use acid rounds, I have to shoot those 3 flame rounds before I can exchange to acid rounds. I cannot like exchange it like that. Unfortunately on Resident Evil 1 Remake it's different, but on the classic it's not like that. So it's not really important to know what kind of ammo you want to use before wasting it. But it will save you time and it will save you headaches. Because right now those 3 flame rounds, we will use it for the hunters and the mansion. So in this game there are some cutscenes that you can skip, but there are some other cutscenes that you cannot skip. The cutscene that happen right now, you can skip it if you want it. But there are a lot of cutscenes that you cannot skip. Those are like the in-game cutscenes. You will notice if you play this game. Because it's almost the same, right? The in-game cutscenes and the other ones. I think the only difference are the cutscenes that are with actors, with real live actors. Those cutscenes you can skip it. So, but I think there's only on the intro and on the ending. Yeah. And right here is really important to pick up all the ammo, because the shotgun will help you with the hunters and with some zombies, and the handgun will help you with the last tyrant fight. But let me see, maybe I will just pick up that clip. No, I will pick a boat, yeah, just in case. Yeah, and I think it's because with the first tyrant fight in the laboratory, I will use the handgun too, if I'm not wrong. I don't really remember, to be honest. We'll see. I wanted to make the rebirth mode of the Resident Evil Deadly Silence. No save, no damage, but I will make it in some time. I'm sure of that. But not right now, I have to do some other games. Or I want to do some other games. Some other racing games. Before I can do that. So for example, this kind of cutscene, you cannot skip it.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
So the plant 42 is dead, so you don't have to worry about the holes on the floor. Oh yeah, and I forget about telling you that, so if the tentacle grabs you from a hole of the floor, it will look like it doesn't deal damage, but it deals damage. It's really low damage, but it's damage. And I just noticed that with the SRT on my original mode runs, because I was playing on PC and I was able to watch the HP values on my characters. And I test that right there. I test that there. On this game, if you are full HP, the game doesn't allow you to use herbs or aid sprays. So that's another way to know if you are full HP or not. And the snakes are a joke in this game, so don't worry about the snakes. Or at least on Resident Evil 1 Classic, because on Resident Evil 1 Remake are a pain in the ass, man. So as I told before, there are 2 zombies right here that spawn after you kill the plant 42. The main strat is doing what I'm doing. Stand up on that wall and wait until the dogs comes to you. But a lot of the times the second dog will kinda stuck. And I just reset the room right there, just in case, because it's pretty hard that the dog can bite you, but just in case. So when the dogs are really close to you, just start shooting and perma-stun the dog, but you have to wait until the dog fully stand up. Because if you shoot before the dog fully stand up, you will miss the shot. And you will just be wasting ammo, and there's a chance that the dog will bite you if the dog is really close to you. And that rule is for everything on this game. For zombies, for dogs, for hunters, for everything. You have to wait until the enemy fully stand up if you want to deal damage. Right here is the first hunter encounter. So as soon as the cutscene ends, just aim and shoot. Shoot him 2 times. Do not waste time or wait. Just shoot him 2 flame rounds, the fastest you can. And right here there's 1 ammo disc. It's not on the library. Or I think it's always here. No, on the original mode it's in the library, yeah. And there are 2 hunters in this room. So this is the strat. I think I didn't fuck up on the best ending. Let me see. You walk, stick close to the right wall, shoot, aim, shoot, pause and pause, equip the acid rounds, shoot one acid round, wait until the second hunter comes to you, pause and pause, equip the shotgun, and shoot 1 shotgun shot. But I was lucky enough and the second hunter just died with 1 acid round, but that won't always happen. And there's even a chance that the first hunter won't die after the flame round and after the acid round, and you will have to shoot him 1 shotgun shell. The main strat right there is that you have to pause and unpause, because you will cancel the recoil and will give you enough time to continue shooting without the hunter jumping or slash you. So in order for the hunter that jump to you, the hunter has to be on a straight line. If the hunter is not on a straight line facing you, the hunter won't jump. And I'm pretty sure the hardest hunters of all the Resident Evil games are the hunters of Resident Evil 1. the hardest hunters of the series. But I will know that after I beat all Resident Evil games on Sim No Damage. Anyway, Yawn fight. So unlike an original mode, there is just one little change that you have to do. You have to shoot him, or you have to shoot Yawn one shotgun shell before you start shooting the acid rounds. So you have to make some pause and unpause tricks. So you shoot him, pause, equip the grenade launcher, and pause, shoot him 2 times, pause and unpause, and then aim and shoot him 2 times again. The reason I pause and unpause for the last 2 acid rounds is because the aiming needs a little more to the left.
Jill,
and I'm taking
have you found
advantage of
anything
the
interesting?
auto-aim that this game has.
Yes, but I can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Wait.
Hey, what's going on?
Now I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
So for the best ending,
Barry?
or I think for
Barry?
every good ending, you have to wait until Barry comes to you and drops you the rope.
Hey! Are you there, Jill? Grab the rope! I'm sorry, Jill.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Sorry. I was really careless.
Are you okay, Barry? Maybe you're getting tired.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry. Jill, I found something.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
So the dodge for the hunters on the basement and Jill are pretty easy, but with Chris is different. So with Jill you just have to stick close to the right wall, like this, and you will always dodge the hunter. And that's just because Jill's hitbox is different than Chris's hitbox. And those zombies will never bite you. They have to fully stand up before they can grab you. So if you keep running, there's no problem. Be careful with this zombie on the floor, because sometimes he won't die with just one acid round, but this time he dies, so good to go. But don't be really close to the zombie, because sometimes the hitbox can throw you. He will grab you when you're aiming, because when you aim it's like the character goes a little forward. So keep in mind that. And there's hunters, so the dodge is just stick close to this wall and then go directly to the blue door. Do not waste time. If you waste time, that hunter will slash you and you will be fucked. And there's one zombie that is waiting you behind that library. So just wait until the zombie comes to you. Do not go to the zombie. Wait until the zombie comes to you and then decapitate the zombie. Because if you try to go to the zombie will instantly grab you when you change camera. And there are 2 more zombies, but they are far left. So right now you don't have to wait. You don't have to worry about it. After you pick up the battery, you have to kill those zombies. So just run on a straight line. Aim and shoot. And the same for the second one. And that's it. So in the library is the red book, unlike on original mode. And the hunter will always spawn when you pick up the item that is on this room. So if you watch the worst ending that I make with Jill on arrange mode, you will see that the hunter spawned anyways. But on original mode, on the bad endings, or at least on the worst ending, the hunter didn't spawn because I didn't pick up the demo disc that was here on the original mode. So the hunter spawn on the courtyard is linked to the item right here. So if you pick up the item that is right there, the hunter will always spawn in the courtyard. That's the rule. And the get out is the same as the get in. You round and make a curve, and then go directly to the elevator. Do not waste time. And right now you will see the joke zombie that takes 5 shotgun shells in order to die. It's the most tanky zombie on the RE series, I think. But I'm not really sure if I will kill him. Let's see. Because you can kill him if you want to waste ammo. But you can do what I did. You just shoot the zombie on the legs and then get out. And that's the best thing you can do. Don't waste bullets on that zombie. It's not worth it. And this part is simple. It's more simple than on the original mode because there are no hunters. There are the spiders, but the dodge is the same. You run straight until the camera change, and when the camera change, you will stick close to the right wall and then get out. And you do the same dodge that you made on original mode because you don't want the spider facing you immediately when you change camera, because there is a chance that the spider can spit you. So you don't want the spider facing you. It's pretty simple when you get it. If you do want to learn more about that dodge, I recommend you to watch my original mode runs on Jill and Chris. I think I explained better right there, if I'm not wrong. So there's one hunter right here, as always, but you don't want to kill the hunter. You just aim, shoot, pause and unpause, and then start running and get out. The hunter will always scream like an idiot before attacking. So you can take advantage of that and shoot one shotgun shell and pause and unpause and get out. I think I didn't explain the pause and unpause trick. The pause and unpause trick cancels the recoil and give you immediately control of your character. So you don't have to wait until the character stops aiming. So you can start running immediately. So that's why you pause and unpause. And do not pick up that 8 spray, it's not necessary. I just fucked up, I think, yeah. And right here we make some item management. But the best thing you can do here is just leave everything and just pick up the crank, the red book, and the battery. You don't need weapons for the mines, because we will be dodging everything on the mines. Believe it or not, it's not really hard to pull off, to be honest. So don't worry about. I won't make like really hard dodges. It will take time to learn. Oh yeah, and for this hunter it's the same. You just stick to that door, to that wall, and the hunter will always miss the slash. But right now I think it's just puzzles. Yeah, it's just puzzles until mines. Right, so we are on the mines. So the choices you make right here in this
Jill.
dialogue, it's really important for
timing.
the descending.
A moment ago, I heard someone's voice coming from this hole. Let's go together since it's dark and we can't see very well.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, then I'm gonna cover you. Let's hurry. Hey, are you all right? I can go first if you want me to.
Okay,
So you have
let's
to choose
go,
yes
Barry.
and then
I'm
no.
depending on you.
You can make different choices, but you will have to go and save Barry on the other room, and you will just waste time. So the best thing you can do is just choose yes and no.
Is that Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Wait there! Are you with anybody, Jill?
What? Oh, yes.
Enrico!
So, Barry and Jill together.
Are you all right, Enrico?
The stars are doomed. Someone is a traitor. Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella. Ha!
Enrico!
So on arrange mode, Enrico has the crank. He's not on the floor. The worst thing I think of this crank and the other crank has are both the same, or the same color. You can really, or you can easily confuse both cranks. So the dodge for these hunters is it's like this. You run straight, then make a curve, and then still running, and you have to stick close to the right wall and then go directly to the red door, or this door. I think it's red, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't fuck up on this. I think on the worst ending I played like a clown main, and I was like going back to the item box like 3 or 4 times after the Black Tiger fight. And yeah, by the way, the Black Tiger in arrange mode, it's the other boss that is buffed. So we won't kill the Black Tiger with Jill. We will just make the Chris strat and use the Black Tiger speeds. And let the Black Tiger help us with the spider web. And it's not worth to pick up those flame rounds right there, because there are 2 hunters right here, so you don't have to kill these hunters. So just run and stick close to the left wall and then enter to the Black Tiger fight. As soon as you regain control of your character, run straight, go to the spider web, position yourself, wait until the Black Tiger speed, and then run to the other side like I'm doing. The main thing for this strat is that you have to learn the Black Tiger attack animation or speed animation. And just do that. Then when there's no more spider web, you can just get out. And you don't need to kill the Black Tiger. Oh yeah, and it's mandatory to trigger the boulder rolling. Because I think the blue book is right there. Yeah, the blue book is behind the boulder, so it's mandatory to do that. It doesn't matter if you're making good endings or bad endings. Because right here on this puzzle, it's the laboratory key. It's not the blue book. And the second and third ammo disc are on the laboratory. It's pretty funny how there are a lot of things that are similar to the RE1 remake. It's like the RE1 remake, it's a combination from range mode, original mode, and some things from the rebirth mode as well. It's like a combination of these three game modes. And they just make it better, man, because of Resident Evil 1 make it just beautiful. But yeah, there's just some more little puzzles and I'll be back in the laboratory. Right, so the laboratory. So I think the hardest parts of the laboratory are the chimeras. But with the strat I have, it's 100% consistent. So if you follow through the strats that you will use for the chimeras, you'll be good. And right here we just need the grenade launcher, explosive rounds, the shotgun shells, and the MODs, and of course the laboratory key. And just start killing these two zombies. There are 3 zombies on this room, but the first zombie is like really. It's right now you can see it because I waste. Or it took me a lot of time to kill the first zombies, but if you kill fast enough the first 2 zombies, you won't see this zombie because this zombie will be like far left. So you have the laboratory key, so you don't have to go to the... Or, no, I think I'm just... Yeah. Forget about it. So the login and the password are the same. The login is John, the password is Ada, and the second password is Small. And I think for the best ending you have to open B2 and B3. Yeah, you have to open B2 and B3 for the best ending. So right here is the second ammo disc. And the third ammo disc is on the second floor if I'm not wrong. So do not read that plate, it's not necessary. I just fucked up because I think I was on the door, but I didn't. That's a trick for speedruns. You have to be careful of that panel because it will just make you lose time on speedruns. But this is not a speedruns, but just if you wonder. Oh yeah, the third demo disc is right here. Oh yeah, and another important thing that I didn't mention, it's that on arrange mode the cameras are, there's a lot of cameras that are different, unlike an original mode. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you noticed that. So right here, this first zombie is not really necessary to kill, but these two, you have to kill them because the first zombie is pretty simple to dodge, but these two are not. But I just like to kill them, to kill the three of them because it's safer, right? It's the safest way you can do this part. Because the first zombie is simple, but sometimes you can fucked up and you will lose the run just because that zombie, man. And that's not cool. And you have to enter this room because you will activate the first demo disc on this room. And the puzzle is the same like an original mode, but the camera is different. It's not really necessary to pick up these shotgun shells, but I just did it just in case. And as you can see, the camera is different, so it's a simple way. So the thing you have to keep in mind for this puzzle is that you don't have to walk above that red button, because your character can press the button just walking above that button, walking by that button. So you have to be careful about that red button again. And you have to be really sure to fully push the box to the wall, because sometimes if it's a pixel not completely pushed to the wall, the poison will flow and you can take damage because of the poison. So the poison won't instantly make you damage. It has to pass like 2 seconds and then will start making you damage. So if you fucked up, there's a really good chance that you can get out of the room and reset the room and then re-enter again, because if you activate the poison, if you get out and you re-enter, there won't be poison. So it's like a really go to the games, gives you some advantage if you fucked up. And on this second room there are some magnum shells, but if you want the magnum shells you have to kill the zombies, and we don't have the magnum on this run, right? But just in case, if you want it, you have to kill the zombies, or at least that zombie that is on the way to the magnum bullets. So the second ammo disc you activated on the Chimeras. And the third one you activated after you defeat the first Tyrant on the laboratory. So it's before the last fight with the Tyrant. It's like just on the way when you are on your way to save Chris. So this is the hardest part of the laboratory, even more than the boss fights. So you just start running, stick close to the right, then go directly to the computer, activate the computer, and then get out. I did that because the Chimera was really close to me, but I think I was safe. And then go to the next room. Just follow my steps. In this room there are no Chimeras on a rage mode, but there are Chimeras on the next room. But on arrange mode, it's free to use the demo disc, right? Because there are no chimeras. And this strat is 100% consistent, this one. What you have to do is, as soon as you enter, you rotate to the right, but I think to the left with the controller. And then start running. But do not, you have to stick close to the walls. And just when you are making the curve to go to when you are going to the computer, just go directly to the computer and activate it. And with that pattern, that chimera that is on the ceiling will never land to the floor. Because that's the main trick. You don't want that chimera to land. Because if the chimera lands, there's a 90% chance that the chimera will jam to your back and will grab you and will make you damage. But if you follow the steps I make, that chimera will never land to the floor. So it's a little manipulation of the chimera pathing. And it's 100% consistent. If you do it correctly, right? And the get out it's. So there's one general rule for chimeras on the ceilings. If you want to pass through chimeras on the ceilings, you have to walk to the chimera and then go back a little until the chimera tries to attack, and then
Jill!
Start running straight, like I did for the last chimera.
Jill, you're here too.
Yes, you're here too?
Look, I lost my way.
Let's get going. Wesker?
You did a fine job, Barry.
Just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot be made public.
That's why having stars nosing about is so inconvenient. So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mention mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission, as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry!
Barry's such a fool. He'll be under the control of Umbrella forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So you're planning something else?
If you succeeded in developing the world's most powerful biological weapon, what would you do? What if you were in charge?
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl. But if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet, I'm going to show you the Tyrant. Oh!
Barry!
Sorry, Jill.
How is your family?
I was listening to what you and Wesker were talking about. I wish I realized it earlier. I thought it must have something to do with Umbrella, you know. So it's all been masterminded by him.
But it's good that you know that now. Anyway, let's get out of this house first.
Jill!
Yes, what?
Do you have any idea what Wesker was going to show you at the back of this place?
Well, he was talking about the world's most powerful biological weapon, called Tyrant or something, I think.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?
Barry, you're so optimistic.
It would look bad for Stars if we let such a dangerous creature run loose.
Maybe you're right. Let's go then. Can a creature like this really be the ultimate biological weapon?
Really? Wesker is a crazy man.
Tyrant is not completely developed.
But we can't let it live. That must be the computer for monitoring this creature. Damn you!
It can't control what it does.
Right, so the fight starts. Just start running. And you go to this wall. Well, it's not a wall. These machines. And just wait until the Tyrant comes in. But I think he did it really, really fast, and the Tyrant will come from the left. Yeah. And that was surprising because that never happened, man. But I did it really, really fast, and so that's why it happened. So the main strategy is just start running, and then aim and shoot one grenade, and then take some space between you and the Tyrant, and then repeat. Do not get greedy and shoot 2 grenade rounds, because there's a chance that the Tyrant will be really close to you. It will hit you because, as you can see, I got greedy right there, and that was really, really close. So do not get greedy. And the Tyrant is dead.
Barry?
Well, it's
Barry?
not that, it's stunned, I think, because the last fight is in the Heliport, and he will die there.
You're alive!
I'm really embarrassed. I was clumsy.
Let's get going.
What happened to Wesker?
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and
Wesker must have set it off. There's not much time left for us.
So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pick up the the flame rounds that are on this save room. But it's not mandatory, to be honest. But just in case. And I will take advantage and pick up the handgun and the handgun bullets, because we need the handgun and the handgun bullets are mandatory for the last Tyrant fight. But there's one item box before fighting the Tyrant, so I'm just taking these flame rounds just in case, but it's not really necessary, to be honest. Right now you have to fight one Chimera. Or not even fight, you have to dodge one Chimera and kill like 6 zombies, I think, or 5 on the orgy room. You just get close to this Chimera, and when the Chimera attack, just back a little and then start running and stick close to that wall. And the second Chimera will always miss the slash. And for this room you want the shotgun. And this is the orgy room, and you will see why. Because there's a bunch of naked zombies. Yeah, they are fighting. And the reason you want the shotgun for this room is, as you can see, you can shoot almost 4 or 5 of them with just one shotgun shell. And I'm just right now checking if they are all dead. And that's another general rule I forget to mention. When a zombie starts bleeding on the floor, it means that it's 0 HP. If it's not bleeding, it means that it's with HP. But there's another general rule with zombies. If the zombie fall downs on their backs, they are dead. There are no way they won't be dead. And right now it's just saving Crest and then go to the last fight.
Oh, Jill!
Oh, Chris! So you're okay?
Yeah, you too! What happened to Wesker?
Let's talk about it later. Let's get out of here!
So before the last Tyrant fight, there's a Chimera that you can worry a little, and 3 more zombies. The zombies, you have to kill them. But I think the Chimera in a range mode is not a threat.
Let's go!
Because it's like far down, I think. Yeah, it's not a really threat if you go directly to the stairs. I think it's more a threat on original mode. And right here, just use whatever ammo you have. And I will take advantage of the flame rounds right here, yeah. Because it will be a pain in the ass try to kill zombies with the handgun.
Let's go!
And as I told you, there's one item box right here, but we already picked up the handgun, so it's not necessary to use that item box.
Hurry!
This is Brad. Running out of fuel. If there is anyone alive, contact me now, okay? This is
No, and you already picked up the battery in the Chimeras room. if you didn't notice.
There is 3 minutes until explosion.
So don't forget to pick up that battery, because if you forget, you will have to backtrack to the Chimeras room and it will be really hard.
You must be kidding! After we've come all the way here!
Ladies first. Go first, Jill.
But Crest!
Give me a chance to play nice guy.
Okay, I leave it up to you. See you again at the heliport.
The triggering system has now been activated.
Alright, so this strat is 100% as long as you follow it correctly. And it goes like this. You pick up the flare, and the place you put the flare, it's really fucking important. So you have to put the flare right behind that black line. And you have to be you have to stick to the wall. Well, I'm sorry. Your character has to be behind that black line, but the flare will be like on the left of the black line, right? But the character position is the important thing right here. So as soon as the fight starts, you shoot the Tyrant 2 times with the handgun, just 2 times. Then you pause and unpause. Move a little to the left. And when the Tyrant is really close to you, you start running, because you have iframes on that part. So like this, shoot 2 times, and like that. And as you can see, the Tyrant didn't hit me because you have like iframes on that part, and you have to go behind this machine. I don't know what the fuck is this, but the Tyrant will be always get stuck on that part, and this is a cheese, and you can simply just keep shooting. And then Brad will throw you the rocket launcher.
Hi, Jill! Kill that monster! You're our Amazon, Jill!
You rotate a little to the left, and then start running straight. The Tyrant will always miss if you keep running. And just pick up the rocket launcher, equip the rocket launcher, aim and shoot. So the main strat is that you have to wait until the Tyrant is really close to you when it's running. Do not get afraid that he will hit you, because you have like kinda iframes on that part. And the Tyrant will never hit you. Because if you don't wait enough, the Tyrant won't get stuck on that part, and the cheese will be over. But it's 100% consistent if you do it correctly, as I told you. But yeah, that's it. This was Resident Evil No Save No Damage on Range Mode with Jill, getting the best ending. And Director's Cut DualShock version, the North American version of the game. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this helps a lot for new runners. Hope you like it too. You can always find me on twitch.tv/Saurio, and you can find me on the Team Hitless Discord server. I'll be happy to help you. Just feel free to ask me anything if you have problems or questions on this run. Thank you so much for watching again, guys. Hope you have a great day, great night, whenever you are. But yeah, I'm Ares, and I see you next time.